Aquarius, August 5th. The fog is lifting, and you can see what was hidden. Not all at once, but enough. Enough to stop pretending. The moon reversed. This card is about the fear losing its grip. The moon reversed is showing me the thing you kept checking. The message, the tone, the silence after it. You went back to it 5 times, maybe more, trying to make the confusion mean something deeper. Actually, no, it was simpler than that. The facts were already there. You just did not want to name them. This card says the truth is surfacing now, not a fantasy. Not a hunch, a real pattern. You knew this already, and that is why it kept bothering you. Stop feeding the worst case story when the evidence is not even supporting it. Look at what was said. Look at what was done. Look at what was avoided. That is where the clarity is. 5 of Wands. This card is friction, plain and simple. 5 of Wands shows the room getting loud. Too many opinions. Too many people reaching for the steering wheel. I'm seeing the group chat energy, the back and forth, the little challenge that turns into 5 separate arguments. Somebody wants one thing. Somebody else wants something else. And you are stuck in the middle, trying to make peace with noise. Don't lie to yourself. Not every disagreement is a disaster. Some of it is just messy growth. But you do need to stay in the ring long enough to separate signal from noise. If you keep stepping out every time it gets uncomfortable, nothing gets resolved. If you keep matching ego with ego, it gets worse. So pick the real issue. Name it, deal with that one. The rest is just static. Ace of Pentacles reversed. This card is the missed start. Ace of Pentacles reversed is showing a door that was open, but the basics were not ready. The money was not lined up. The plan was not grounded. The timing was not clean. You may have talked about starting something, building something, taking the offer, but the practical pieces were shaky. Wait. That matters. This is not a punishment. It is a warning about foundation. Do not force a beginning just because the opportunity looks good on paper. If the savings account is still not opened, if the budget is still a guess, if the logistics are still a mess, then start smaller. Smiter. This card says the potential is real, but readiness is the issue. Do not confuse those two. So the moment is this: the fog lifts, the conflict gets louder, and the material truth asks for better grounding. One part of you already sees what is off. Another part is still trying to keep everyone happy. And another part wants to jump too fast into the next practical thing before the base is solid. Actually, no, slow that down. First, tell the truth, then cut through the noise. Then build from what is actually there. That is the move for Aquarius now. Aquarius, August 5th, because the facts are getting loud now. The moon reversed. This card is about the fog lifting. The moon reverse shows you where you kept checking the same message, the same tone, the same pause, and trying to turn anxiety into a fact. The pattern is simple, something felt off, and instead of naming it, you sat in the uncertainty and let it grow legs. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. The uncertainty is losing power now. What was hidden is starting to surface. So stop feeding the worst case story. Look at what was actually said. Look at what was actually done. If the explanation needs a whole fantasy to work, it is not the truth. Knight of Cups. This card comes in with a real offer, a real feeling, a real attempt to reach. A Knight of Cups is the text you almost sent, the apology you kept editing, the invitation you wanted to make, but kept softening so nobody could reject you. I'm seeing sincerity here, but I also see the wrist. Do not perform emotion. Do not dress up longing and call it commitment. If you are going to speak, say the thing cleanly. If you are going to show up with something real behind it. Flowers and an apology mean nothing if the behavior stays the same. The offer has to match the action. Otherwise, it is just charm with a pulse. 5 of Wands. This card is the noise in the room. 5 of Wands shows arguments, competing opinions, and everybody talking at once. That group chat energy, that who said what spiral. That pressure where 5 people want 5 different outcomes and nobody is actually listening. Not every disagreement is an attack, and not every raised voice is a crisis. Some of this is just friction showing you where the weak spots are. Stay in the ring, but do not swing for ego. Separate signal from noise. If you keep reacting to every little jab, you will burn all your energy before the real issue gets solved. There is growth here, but it is messy. Messy does not mean meaningless. Ace of Pentacles, reversed. This card is the delayed start, the shaky foundation, the good thing that never got grounded. Ace of Pentacles, reversed, is the savings account you did not open, the plan you kept talking about without the budget, the opportunity that needed structure and did not get it. Because this is important. The problem is not always the offer. Sometimes the problem is the setup. If the numbers are off, if the timing is off, if the basics are missing, then the start is too small to hold the weight. Start smaller and smarter. Tighten the practical plan. Check the logistics. Do not force a beginning that cannot stand yet. So for you, Aquarius, this moment is blunt. Truth is surfacing. Feelings are trying to move. Conflict is exposing the weak points. And the material piece. It needs better grounding before you call it ready. No more guessing, no more overpromising. Name what is real and build from there. Aquarius, August 5th. This is where the pressure gets loud and the truth stops whispering. The moon reversed. This card is about confusion losing its grip, and the moon reversed is showing me the thing you kept checking, kept rereading, kept second guessing. The facts are starting to line up, and the fear is what's been making it look bigger than it is. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. The fear is not the evidence. The evidence is the evidence. If somebody was vague, inconsistent, or missing in action, that is the signal. Stop feeding the worst case story when the actual pattern is sitting right in front of you. Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups brings a sincere offer, but it has to be real, not pretty. I'm seeing someone wanting to send the text, make the apology, offer the olive branch, or say the thing they've been holding in their chest. Good. Say it clean. Say it once. Don't dress it up so much that it becomes performance. The Knight of Cups wants feeling in motion, not a fantasy you keep polishing in private. If the emotion is genuine, move with it. If it's just longing, don't sell it as commitment. 10 of Wands. This card is overload, plain and simple, and the 10 of Wands is showing a load you've been carrying like it's your job to prove you can suffer quietly. Hold on. That's the trap. You've been answering messages late, fixing what isn't yours, holding the schedule together, holding the mood together, holding everybody together. No, not all of it belongs to you. If your shoulders are burning, the answer is not to carry faster. The answer is to put some of it down. Delegate. Delay. Drop the extra weight. 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands is friction and it's messy. Everybody's talking at once. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody wants a piece of the outcome. 5 of Wands is not asking you to run. It's asking you to sort signal from noise. Some of the conflict is useful. Some of it is just ego in a group chat. Don't confuse volume with truth. Stay in the ring, but don't swing at every hand that moves. One issue at a time, one voice at a time. That's how you stop the scatter. Ace of Pentacles reversed. This card is a delayed start, and the Ace of Pentacles reversed is warning you about a shaky foundation. If you're trying to begin something without the budget, the plan, the timing, or the actual support, it's not ready yet. I'm seeing the temptation to force it because the opportunity looks good, but potential is not readiness. Actually, no, that's the whole lesson here. Tighten the practical side first, open the account, check the numbers. Shrink the plan if you have to. Start smaller and smarter, or you'll watch a solid chance slip because the groundwork was weak. So this truth is surfacing. Feelings want movement, pressure is peaking, and the foundation needs more care than your pride wants to admit. The confusion is clearing. The only question now is whether you'll respond to what's real. I'm seeing the wheel move now. August 5th is not asking you to sit in the same loop. It is asking you to notice the opening before it closes. The moon reversed. This card is about fear losing its grip, and the moon reversed is showing you where the fog is finally thin enough to see through. You checked the same message 5 times. You replayed the conversation. You kept waiting for proof that was never coming because the truth was already sitting in front of you. Knight of Cups. This card is offered the apology, the soft approach, and Knight of Cups is asking for sincerity, not performance. Somebody wants to send the vulnerable text. Somebody wants to show up with flowers and a real apology. But I need you to watch the follow through. Charm is easy. Consistency is the test. 10 of Wands. This card is overload and 10 of Wands is loud here. You have been carrying too much alone. You answered the email at midnight. You said yes when you were already maxed out. You kept moving like exhaustion was a personality trait. Actually, no. It is a warning sign. You do not get extra points for suffering in silence. Wheel of Fortune. This card is the turn, and Wheel of Fortune is the reason the pressure is peaking now. The cycle is shifting. The same pattern is not guaranteed to repeat. An unexpected message changes the plan. A door opens after a long delay. A timing window appears, and if you wait for perfect certainty, you miss it. You already knew that. 5 of Wands. This card brings friction, and 5 of Wands is showing the noise around the change. Group chat energy. Too many opinions. Everyone talking at once. Competing voices, conflicting advice. Some of it is useful. Some of it is just heat. Do not treat every disagreement like an attack, but do not call chaos progress either. Stay in the ring. Sort signal from noise. Ace of Pentacles reversed. This card is the material start that is not ready yet, and Ace of Pentacles reversed is warning you about weak footing. The offer may be real, but the plan is not solid. The budget is not set. The savings account is still unopened. The logistics are loose. Start smaller. Tighten the foundation. Do not force a shaky beginning just because the opportunity looks good. Hold on. The whole moment is about this truth, then motion, then reality. The moon reverse clears the confusion. Knight of Cups brings the honest offer. 10 of Wands says the old load is too heavy. Wheel of Fortune says the cycle is breaking. 5 of Wands shows the pushback while it breaks. Ace of Pentacles reverse says do not build on panic. So here is the move. Name what feels off. Accept the sincere gesture only if the behavior matches. Drop one burden. Pick the practical lane. And when the opening shows up, take it with both hands and a clear head. August 5th, Aquarius, the wheel is moving, not later. Now. The moon reversed. This is the fog breaking. The moon reversed means the thing you kept circling is starting to show its face. You checked the same message 5 times. You replayed the same conversation. You already knew something was off. And now the facts are catching up to the feeling. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. The facts are not catching up. They are exposing what your anxiety was trying to warn you about. Stop feeding the worst case story. Look at what was actually said. Look at what was actually done. Knight of Cups. This is the sincere move. The Knight of Cups is the text that says what you really mean. The apology with the flowers, the invitation that comes from the chest, not the ego. I'm seeing someone trying to make an honest offer after sitting in silence too long. But do not perform it. Do not dress longing up as commitment. If you are going to speak, speak clean. If you are going to show up with something real behind it. Ten of Wands. And here is the weight. The Ten of Wands is you carrying too much because you think dropping one thing means failure. You answered work emails at midnight. You said yes when you were already maxed out. You took on the extra task, the extra call, the extra emotional labor, and now your body is keeping score. You know this already. This is not strength anymore. This is strain. Delegate what you can. Cut the list. The load is heavy because you keep proving you can carry it. Wheel of Fortune, wait. The turn is here. The Wheel of Fortune means the old pattern is not locked in place anymore. Something changes fast. A delay breaks, a door opens, a message lands at the right time. This is not the chapter where you force the outcome. This is the chapter where you notice the opening and move with it. If you keep staring at the old cycle, you will miss the new lane. So watch timing. Watch what shifts without your pushing. Page of Swords reversed. The Page of Swords reversed is mental noise with sharp edges. This is doom scrolling for clues. This is reading into a pause. This is sending the sharp text too fast because you think reacting first keeps you safe. It does not. Slow down, verify before you answer. Do not weaponize words. Do not spy. Do not build a whole case out of one delayed reply and one weird tone. Precision beats panic. 5 of Wands, and yes, there is friction. The 5 of Wands is the group chat argument. Everybody talking at once, competing voices, pulling in 5 directions. This is messy, but it can still grow something real if you stay in it honestly. Do not confuse noise with progress. Do not leave every disagreement the second it gets uncomfortable. Separate the signal from the static. Stay awake in the room. Ace of Pentacles reversed. This is the practical warning. The Ace of Pentacles reversed is the offer that looks good but is not grounded yet. The savings account never got opened. The budget was never made. The project started before the foundation was ready. So tighten it up. Start smaller. Ask what is actually resourced. If you rush the beginning, you lose the chance before it even settles. So yes, Aquarius, the wheel turns, the truth comes up, the burden gets named, and the opening is real, but only if you stop forcing what is shaky and move where the timing is actually clear. Aquarius, August 5th, I'm seeing the fog finally give way, and it's not subtle anymore. The fog you finally stopped feeding is thinning now, and the truth is not whispering anymore. It is showing up in the receipts, in the tone, in the delay, in the way somebody moves when they think you won't notice. You already knew that. The moon reversed. This reversal is about fear losing its grip, and the moon reversed is exposing what was hidden in plain sight. You kept checking the same message, the same silence, the same little detail, and now the pattern is harder to ignore. Stop feeding the worst case story. Name what feels off, then look at what is actually there. Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is about a sincere offer, but the offer has to be real, not pretty. The offer that felt real is back here, but it still has to prove itself in action, not just in tone. Don't confuse charm with follow through. If they showed up with words before and disappeared after, that is the pattern. If you are the one reaching, keep it honest. No performance, no fantasy. 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is showing overload, plain and simple. This is the weight you kept carrying, and it is still bending your back if you keep saying yes to everything. Actually, no, it just wears you down. Delegate what you can. Drop what is extra. If it is not essential, it does not get your back bent over it. Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is the turn. The lane is shifting. This is the turn you couldn't control. And now the lane is shifting whether you planned for it or not. A door opens after a long delay. A plan changes fast. A pattern breaks. Do not stand there waiting for certainty while the moment passes. Move with the opening, not against it. Page of Swords reversed. This reversal is mental noise, and Page of Swords reversed is showing reactive speech and defensive thinking. This is the sharp thought you almost blurted, and you do not need to turn that first reaction into a message. Because that is not insight. That is agitation. Slow the response. Verify the facts. If you need to ask a question, ask it clean. If you need to stay quiet until you can say it without the edge. Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is friction, and it is not neat. People are talking over each other. Group chat energy. competing opinions, a little ego in the room. This is not the time to pretend there is no conflict. Stay in it, but stay precise. Separate the signal from the noise. Not every disagreement is an attack. Some of it is just pressure showing you where the weak spots are. Ace of Pentacles reversed. The Ace of Pentacles reversed is the practical warning. The start is shaky if the foundation is shaky. Maybe the budget is not there. Maybe the savings account never got open. Maybe the offer looked good, but the logistics were not ready. Don't force a beginning that cannot stand yet. Tighten the plan. Start smaller, make it solid before you call it a launch. So for Aquarius, the whole message is this: clear-eyed action replaces confusion. Not panic, not gossip. Not the loud path, the clean path, the one with facts, with boundaries, with a real offer, with a real plan. The truth is already out. Now it is about what you do with it, okay? That's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please subscribe. Tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.